Hey folks, today we are taking a look at Transformers Prime Cyberverse Commander Class Hardshell. Now Hardshell is a rather interesting little figure. He does have a little bit of an issue though in robot mode in that he is just a tad bit back heavy with all this stuff. But if you pose his legs around enough, he can completely mitigate that, and he's fine. So in robot mode, he looks really cool. He is packaged in robot mode, and I really do like this figure quite a bit. The color scheme, however, is a little bit different than what we got in the show. This forest green with flash yellow, and then the silver and kind of tannish gray. And the grays are a little bit different than what we get in the show. There's more brown and more gray in his robot mode in the show. Though he is very cool. His head sculpt is rather menacing, we shall say. So let me just get him back in frame here to give you guys a good look at the head sculpt. Look at those choppers. I mean, he's ready to bite some bulkhead. Hardshell does come with this launcher, and it is one of those push launchers, so all you do is just kind of push it, and it should fire. It doesn't really fire that far, but I do dig the effect you get when you launch the missile. Kind of looks like Halo's plasma sword a little bit, though it does look more like a gun than that sword does. Overall, I do like the robot mode, and I like his weapon, even if the weapon does appear to be a little on the big side for him. It does work well, and it looks good. Posability of the figure is quite nice. We'll start at the bottom. Feet are on a ball joint. He's got double hinged knees, ball joint in the hip, no swivel, ball joint at the shoulder and at the elbow, and then a little hinge joint as part of the transformation for the wrist. Head does not move at all. And he does have wings that you can pose in robot mode, but just leave him on his back. It looks better that way. Besides the color scheme, pop the ball joint. Besides the color scheme, the only other real issue I have with the figure is the head sculpt, or the head itself. As you can see, the head is pointing forward, and there's really no way to lift the head up away from the body without it looking really weird. So you're kind of stuck with this hunchback look, but that's the way he is in the show, so that's not that big of a deal. Hardshell's transformation is really quite interesting. To start off with, we'll come to the back of the figure and fold up the insect head. Now, sometimes the insect head, when you fold it up, will bring these legs up with it, so you just want to bring that up. And then take the shoulder pads and actually unpeg them from, or not unpeg them, but loosen them from the shoulders. Bring them forward to the back of the beetle head, and then sandwich them together. Like that. And just get them out of the way. And lift up the beetle head legs. Then for the rest of the transformation, what we're going to do is take the body, or the lower body of the figure, and collapse that up into the chest. And then we could bring the legs forward and peg them into each other and collapse the legs. So here we have the legs folded up. So we will just collapse them up into the abdomen of the bug mode, like that, and peg them together, like that. And then we can bring the wings around and fold them back along the back of the figure. Take the abdomen and grab the head, and then rotate the bug head 80 degrees around. And then we can take the arms, and the arms will actually fold out and back. So take the forearm, fold it out, and then put that flush up against the back of the bug mode. Then we could just kind of deploy the wings and attach the gun to the top of the bug mode. The bug mode for Hardshell is a little bit hard to discern what is what. It does look like a bug, and it actually does a very good job of looking like the Insecticons from the show. I like it a lot. I do wish there was a little bit more posability with the front legs, but I do actually appreciate the fact that there aren't separate ball joints that that would flop around in bug mode. You can drop the front legs down in bug mode and the rear legs down to act like he does or they do in the show, where they fly around and just let the legs hover. The head itself is actually really nicely molded, as you can see the double eyes you've got there, plus the lower jaw, lower mandibles do open and close for some biting action. I do greatly appreciate that. And I also like the fact that you can pose the figure on these front arms when they're folded down in bug mode. so you could just put the other legs out like that, so you could get the effect, like I said, of him flying. Now, if you ever watch the show, you'll notice when they're flying, they normally have their legs hanging down like that. This adds a nice little bit of posability to the figure that like I said, I greatly appreciate. Overall, Hardshell is a very nifty little Transformer, and I'm really surprised. I was already not to like this guy, simply because I don't care for the color scheme all that much. But the figure is great. I mean, the figure is legitimately pretty awesome. Yes, it has some minor issues, but the transformation is a lot of fun, and both modes work, which is, unfortunately, for some stuff in the Transformers Prime line, is not always the case. Like I said, the transformation's fun, and both modes work. And I really like this guy. Now, I picked this one up at BigBadToyStore.com, and you can too. Follow the link in the description below. And guys, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.
Be a Cyberverse figure, they said. You'd sell better, they said. What they didn't tell me was how much it would hurt.
Buzz! Huh? What's that, boy? Buzz, 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 buzz. Skyward fell down the well again. Buzz! All right. Let me go get the forklift. Buzz!
Waspinator. Waspinator does not approve of new form. Waspinator is warrior. Waspinator does not want puny little Cyberverse figure. Must have Voyager class. Buzz.